What is up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Jose once again from PetRockMedia.com, back with another new video. It's been a while. If you saw my last video, kind of like a channel update, it's been a while that I posted a little bit of a teaser of things that we are getting into. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Alright, so it's been a while. Things have changed. It's been roughly a year, right? Right now I'm shooting on the Sony a7 IV, one of the newer cameras that we have here at the PetRockMedia studios. So kind of this is just going to be kind of like a talking head, just kind of going over some things, going over some updates that are going to be coming to the channel. The channel is taking a little bit of a different direction. It's a little bit of a slower paced channel. Don't look for videos coming out daily, weekly, maybe even monthly, right? We're gonna kind of scale back the amount of times that we post videos, so much so that this channel is no longer monetized, right? The few dollars that I was receiving courtesy of you all watching the videos, which I always greatly appreciated, the channel is no longer monetized, right? So we lost the monetization when we dipped in viewership hours, which is 100% the case that happens when you stop uploading on a consistent weekly basis, or just a consistent basis. Really, it doesn't even have to be weekly or daily, but consistency is key, and I stopped doing that. So totally fine. Like I said, the channel is going to take a little bit of a different direction. I'm focused a lot more now on storytelling, a lot more of personal projects that I'm going to be working on as well. I'm going to bring each and every one of you along for the ride. And the first one is going to be in collaboration, as I mentioned, with Mrs. PetRockMedia, aka Cosmo Brains, aka the wife. And what I've been doing, and I posted a little bit of a teaser called The Invisible Man. I'm going to leave it up in one of these corners. It's been so long I forgot which corner it goes up to, but one of these corners I'm going to post the small little preview of the video that I'm going to be working on and have been working on for the past couple of weeks. Spoiler alert, it's going to be shot on a brand new camera. If you've been living under a rock, let me go ahead and explain to you the purchase that we got, a brand new camera. Again, we're shooting on a Sony camera right now, the Sony a7 Mark IV, but that's not going to be the camera that we're going to film this documentary on. Actually, what we're going to be shooting it on is a camera that I personally never in a million years thought A, I was going to be ever able to afford, and B, why would I want to? Even if I had the money, why would I ever invest in this camera other than just a dream of owning that? So without further ado, let me show you a piece that goes with it, and that's this monstrosity right here. And this is the Suri, however you want to pronounce it. Let me get that to focus right there. All right, this is a 35mm cine lens from Suri. It is a T2, and you can see right here. Get back to focus real quick. There we go. This is a beefy, hunky, chunky boy of a lens, and this is going to be the lens that I'm going to primarily shoot with the brand new camera. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the camera that we will be shooting this mini documentary on. If I can show you right here on the side. And this is a beefy camera. This is the red Komodo 6K, the OG camera. Right now they have the red Komodo X, which has a little bit better offerings, integrated V-mount battery, whereas this one has Canon batteries. It's rocking a Canon RF mount. There's an option for you to add the new Nikon Z mount, which is, Nikon. Again, spoiler alert if you haven't realized it or haven't really done a lot of researching on Red, but Nikon purchased them. And so obviously they're going to be switching over the mount, most likely to Z mount, right? They do have a lot of options when it comes to lens mounts that you can adapt. Obviously, like I mentioned, they're going to most likely transition over to Z mount. This is a Canon RF mount. My personal opinion, which is one of the reasons why we were able to purchase this camera, is that it went, in my opinion, on clearance, discount, whatever you want to call it, because it is a Canon RF mount. And why would you, as a competing camera factory or camera body or camera maker, whatever, have a competing mount, right? So again, Red had Canon RF mounts. Nikon purchases Red, so why not put the Nikon mount on it? And I personally think that's why the Komodo 6K went to the price tag that it's at. So it normally retailed for about 7,000, if I'm not mistaken, 7,000. And about 2 months ago, I think around March, the Red Komodo 6K went down to $29.95, which it does compete with other cinema cameras out there, right? Obviously, you have the Sony cameras, the FX3, the FX30, the newly announced FX2. It also competes with Blackmagic, right? We have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, which we still have. We also have, and I don't think it's back there somewhere, or it could be in my my tool chest, the Blackmagic Cinema Camera full frame, which we own as well. And so it's always been a personal goal and a personal dream of mine to film on a Red, even if it wasn't me owning it. I just wanted to utilize it, and then also have a project that's 100% shot on a Red camera. When the price dropped, also being an educator, I was able to also utilize an educational discount, so I got the camera for about $2,500, which in my opinion, owning a Red with all of its quirks, with all of its issues, with all of its expensive, and I mean expensive media. Let me get this card out. So this right here is the SanDisk 512 gig CFast 2.0 card. Had to get a reader, right? Because we need a new reader. This card right here, retails for $399. No student discount, no educator discount, nothing like that. $400 for a 512 gig card. Now the Red Komodo X uses more, in my opinion, possibly a little bit more of a standard of the CFast Express cards. This uses 2.0, CFast 2.0. But all that aside, being able to get access to Red RAW, all of that dynamic range, and I'm not going to argue with how many stops, if it's 18, 20, 1,000, doesn't matter. Just the fact that I am able to now say, A, I am a Red owner, and B, my next project, my personal project, is going to be 100% completely filmed on the Red Komodo. And just being able to say that I'm going to film my next project on a Red is truly a dream come true. So I invite each and every one of you to tag along for the ride. Again, it's going to be a personal project. It is a personal documentary that I'm going to be doing of my wife and her creations, her creativity, interviewing, asking her some questions, kind of getting into the mind of the creative that is my wife and how she utilizes that when she builds her model kits. So again, be sure, if that's something that you're interested in, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, leave some comments down below. You know the drill. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.